What if I told you that there was an injury that affected 3.5 million women and girls worldwide? An injury so devastating to their lives that it often causes their families and villages to kick them out completely. It often leaves these girls to the brink of suicide. And it's so embarrassing and humiliating that they can't even stand to be in public. However, this injury is completely preventable if women aren't married as children, if they aren't malnourished, they have access to a basic education as well as medical care when they give birth. This injury is obstetric fistula, a childbirth injury that develops with 100,000 new cases every year. Now, this injury often occurs after long and obstructed labor, and as a result of the birth process, the women often develop fistulas or holes along the birth canal. And afterwards, this can cause them to leak from the bladder and bowels, which means a terrible stench and horrendous pain in this area. And it's a very humiliating and horrible injury that can often derail their life. When my sister and I first heard about this, we knew that we had to do something to help. So we actually started a nonprofit, and today we have several partner organizations that we work with and clinics we support throughout Africa, focusing on Kenya, Malawi, and Sierra Leone. And last summer I was actually able to go to Africa and to document the stories of these incredible women. And with our organization, Pretty Purposeful, we've actually been able to raise with our donors and supporters and partner organizations over $90,000, which in terms of $1,000 surgeries means over 90 women's lives have been changed forever. I'm also honored to be a UN ambassador for this issue and represent the injury of obstetric fistula for these organizations and raise awareness for these women. And this issue is one I'm passionate about changing. I need to see this go away, and I believe we can end this issue in our lifetime. And why is this so important to me? This is not just the women we're talking about. This is not just an inconvenience. First of all, it changes their entire life. Often they can go from being a young bride or young mother to having their life almost completely at an end. Not being able to go out in public because of the leaking, and not being able to live life with their family and village because they're so humiliated by them. And this issue is important because we're not talking about just these women's lives who are often destroyed by this injury. We're also talking about their families, the children they need to take care of, the husbands that they have. These families that are often, because they're unaware of what this injury is, they're often ashamed of these women. They often cast them out and tell them to go away. And it's really a heartbreaking issue for everyone involved. So I will not stop my fight to end fistula until every girl, every woman has access to adequate medical care and surgery. I want to end fistula.